Hey, what's up, my friends? So I want to talk to you. If you're a married man watching this, then I want to talk to you. If you're not a married man or anybody else, you can get off. But if you're a married man, I want to have a conversation with you. So just got back from 2-day mastermind, bunch of fellow entrepreneurs, businessmen, husbands, fathers, and a lot of conversations come up during these masterminds. Right? If you're not in some type of mastermind, um, sharpening your saw, getting pushed, you need to consider doing that. So you're going to get stagnant. You got to continue growing, put yourself in the arena, put yourself in that environment. So during couple of days, we talk about all things business, our marriages, our parenting, all this kind of stuff, our bodies, our health, our fitness, that kind of stuff. So here's the deal. Okay, here's what I want you to consider on this video. If you're a married man, is married men have choices about your relationship all the time. The focus here is going to be a little bit especially for you men in pain, you men who are not in a good place in your marriage. But the bottom line is for whether your marriage is good, marriage is great, or your marriage is like on the brink of divorce. We all have choices to make. Okay. So let's talk about our friends who are in the pit right now. Okay. I'm going to pick on you a little bit because you got to get picked on. You got to figure out what you want to do to get out of this pit. Okay. Because I've been in that pit. So when you're in the pit, okay, I get it. There's pain, but your woman is the damsel in distress as well, right? Like she's in pain as well. And I get it. She's got her flaws. She ain't perfect. She's got her issues, and I'm sure she's done like a lot of shit the wrong way. Okay. And she is responsible for what she's done. But you, as a man, are the leader of the family. Therefore, you are the leader of the marriage. And your actions, your attitude, your beliefs, and your actions produce your results. So if you have a shitty marriage, that may mean you're a shitty husband currently. So if you're in a good marriage, that means you're good. Consider good's not always good, when good could be great. And good, if you're complacent with good, be careful. Been there, be careful, because it does that unless you're pushing for this. But let's go back to the tough situation, right? So wherever you're at, yeah, bud. Hold on, guys. Okay, I'll be right there. I'm shooting a video. We have 5 kids. We have cousins at the house. There's a football game going on. I ducked in here to shoot this video because it's on my heart. So apologize. So you're in this pit. You and your spouse got to this place collectively. Her fault, your fault, blah, blah, blah. There's 200% responsibility there. There's 100% her fault, 100% your fault. You're going to focus on 100% of what you can do to get out of this situation. Okay. Like, don't worry about her 100%. She's responsible for that. You're responsible for you. But here's the choices that you get to make as a man all the time in your marriage, regardless of where you're at. Pit, good, great. Number 1 is do nothing. Stay where you're at. Be complacent. And whatever's going to happen is going to happen. All right. If you're in this pit, in this place of pain, some people would say it'd be weak to kind of just stay there and do nothing. But I actually think it's an act of bravery, because that's an incredibly painful place. If you're in a bad marriage and you're in a place of, living that life and that marriage of quiet desperation, and, you're going through the motions, you're the walking zombie, you are going to work, you're sedating, you're coming home, who knows, drinking, jerking off, at night, no connection with your wife, probably not your kids, TV, whatever you're doing, and you've lost your heart. That is a desperate place to be. And to remain in that place and not do anything, to me, is, I mean, what you gonna do? You're gonna stay there and, live that life, and your kids looking at you like that's the leadership you want to create and provide in your life. That ain't no fun, my friend. But that's a choice you can make. You can choose to stay there, right? Like 50, most marriages, I would say, like, stay in a place similar to that. Like, men are really desperate, but you don't have to stay there. If you're in a good marriage, like, same thing. You can stay where you're at, and it can be good, and connection can be okay, and sex life can be moderate, lukewarm, or you can make a choice, to freaking light that thing up. But that's the first choice, is like, just do nothing. Okay. Second choice, cheat, have an affair. Like, we know this is always an option for you guys. Um, you've seen statistics, stories. We all know how, the divorce rate and all that kind of stuff. Like, you can leave and get a divorce, or you can cheat. Those are always options, right? And that, to me, is like the weakest option. And you think you're like being a man, but you're giving away your power. Like, we as men, if you really want to, like, have honor and, um, just set that example for your family and for your children, and just have that, inner peace, like, of knowing who you are and what you're here for. You know, when you are running around with other women, just even like just diving into thoughts, doing stuff online, you're giving away your power, right? And a true man's power is like to just put all his energy and love and attention, right, into just romancing and loving your woman, and being that example to your children, and just putting your full focus on building your kingdom, so to speak. But that's always an option, my friend. But consider that is a place of weakness and a place of giving away your power. And I'm not saying every marriage should last. I'm not saying, you, like, some men watching this, you do not need to stay with your woman. There may that evidence may be clear, but if so, you need to make a decision. And if divorce is where you have to go, that's where you have to go. But then the last option we have is, we have, like, do nothing. Number two is, like, cheat, divorce, whatever. Number three, is to create an awesome, incredible marriage. Um, that's on you. You have to take that lead. And this is where, like, the 100% her responsible, 100% you, this is where you really have to focus on you. This is where you are going to have to just, number one, is just, like, commit. Like, dude, like, this is where you got to commit. You just got to make up your mind, dude. Like, if you are in a shitty marriage, it's because you've created that. Guys who are watching this, who are in a great marriage, it's because you created that. And it just kind of starts with a thought, with an idea, but you can absolutely create it. Like, I'm sure you've created some other, like, really great things in your life. Um, maybe in your business, maybe, in your health, whatever it may be. I'm sure you've done some really great things. You need to take that same game plan there and get back to your marriage. Like, what do? Like, just do the shit you're supposed to do that you agreed to do in the beginning, right? With your nuptials, like, just, like, thinking about back to when you were dating, and, like, the times that, you first fell in love, and the way she made you feel. Like, reminder of those times. Remind yourself of those times. right? And if you begin investing into the relationship, like set your sorrows, set your hurts aside, sacrifice your pity, right, for the greater good. And we as men, we are measured by the sacrifices that we make. Okay. We're measured by the sacrifices we make. So if you want to have an amazing marriage, like if it's really, really what you want, and I don't know why you wouldn't want that. Like, who doesn't want that? So ask yourself, like, if you're not creating that, why aren't you creating it? Because the assumption is you want it. And you got to get really clear about what you want. And we all want a great marriage. Like as men, we want to have great marriages. We want to have like we want to be in love. We want to have that connection. We want to have great sex. We want to have all that stuff. We want to be great fathers. But if you're not creating it, like ask yourself why. Make a freaking choice, dude. Like either do nothing, you're gonna stay in that place. Hold on, G. Hold on, G. I'm recording something. You can have a snack, but give me just a minute. Five kids, my friends. 5 kids is for real. The struggle is real. But make those sacrifices for what you want. Right? It's so freaking worth it. If you put in that work and just start like making your mind up, going above and beyond, setting the hurts on the side, man. Just make that sacrifice. Vulnerable men are powerful men. Men who can forgive wrongs, men who can love even when they're not being loved is a powerful man. You may not have been raised that way. Things that the way that I was raised and other people were raised, maybe, we looked at as weakness. It's power, my friends. So make a decision, make a choice. Do nothing is a horrible choice. It's a painful choice. It's a damaging choice, not only to you, not only to your wife, your children as well, to your soul. It's damaging. Number 2, cheat, divorce. Don't cheat. If you have to get divorced, then that's what you have to do. Like you need to go to your wife and you need to start having those conversations and figure that out. Or number 3 is create something epic and awesome and worth having by just beginning to do the things you used to do. Write notes, tell her how great she looks, pinch her ass when she's, in the kitchen, flirt, ask her to dance, hold her, hug her, kiss her. Just do the things that you can do that you used to do. Relight that spark. As all my friends. Sensitive stuff I talk about a lot of times. You don't have to like it. You don't have to comment, whatever. You're supposed to like, comment, subscribe. You don't have to do any of that. If this resonates with you, good. If I can help, you can private message me. You can reach out because I'm committed 100% to helping men this year create bigger and better results in all areas of their life, in their faith, their family, their fitness, and their finances. So I hope you got something from that. If you're in a place or if you know someone who this might resonate with, feel free to share it. You can get that little arrow share button, and talk to you on the next video.